Hello, everyone. This is Sarah Speechley, and we are on week 11 of the LEAD program. So today will be an actually shorter call, and it is a topic that isn't always the funnest of topics. Sorry, the computer looks like it's shaking. But it's something you have to kind of learn, and it's the compensation plan. Okay, so I am going to switch to my share screen, and we're going to talk about this a little. Okay, so compensation plan. Here is a little chart about our compensation plan. Okay, so first, when you first sign up, you are an essential consultant. After you have sold 1,000 PRV, you move up to a certified consultant. A big thing for you or any of your downline to know that the month you do sell that 1,000, you start getting paid that 25% commission. So once you do sell 1,000, you get a 5% commission bonus from there on out. And all of your PRV will then get paid at 25% commission. So hopefully you're at certified. If not, make sure to do it. And if you do have new team members that sign up, if they sell 1,000 in that first month, they get paid 25%. And never get that 20% commission. So it's always good to reach for that first 1,000 so you can get that 25% commission. So that is right here. So you jump up to 25% after you sell 1,000. Okay. After that, you are always getting paid that 25% commission. Okay. Now, if you build a team, you get people under you, you can move up to lead. Okay. In order to get paid on the team under you, you do need to sell 500 in that month. This is something very important. This is why it is always, always, always important to keep selling, keep those parties booking or reorders, online parties, Facebook parties, events, whatever you do, always, always work on getting 500 PRV. Very important to get started at the beginning to work towards 500 PRV. It is very doable. Get a few basket parties, few parties, however you want to do it. Also, remember to buy the product for yourself. I love the laundry care. I love the washer whiffs and the laundry liquid. I use the hand soaps. I use the counter clean. I use the kitchen clean. There's a lot of amazing products that you can actually, get a good party order just on your own sales for the month or for 3 months or whatnot. But anyway, get your orders in. Make sure to reach for that 500 PRV every month. Get in the habit of doing that. At the beginning of every month, book parties, or make sure you have parties booked. Hopefully you already have them booked from the month before, but if not, make sure to book them. Don't wait till the last day to, oh no, I don't have my 500 or whatnot. Always do that at the beginning of the month. That's very important. Okay, so reach for the 500. Now to get lead, you have to have at least one active consultant. What does active means? That means they have sold 200 in a month. Okay. So that keeps them active. So you need at least one who has at least sold 200, and together, everyone under them also, okay? You will then, if you get 1,000 GWV, which is group wholesale volume. Now, wholesale volume is 75% of the retail volume. So pretty much that 25% commission that you all get paid comes out, and it's just 75%. That is how they get the group wholesale volume number. So to get that 1,000, really your team's going to have to sell like $1,333 would equal 1,000 GWV, or 13,333 PRV would be 1,000 GWV. Okay, that's about 75% estimate. Don't know it'd be what. Yeah, that's about right. Don't make me think too much math. I don't have a calculator in front of me. Anyway, so if your team is group wholesale volume and you have your 500 plus your one active and you have 1,000, you would move up to lead. Okay. Now to get to the next, and then you can see, depending on if you're at a lead, you will get an extra 2% off your wholesale volume. Okay. So that makes more off of your own PRV, GWV, which again is the 75%. Plus you start making 2% off your front line and their downline, okay, as long as they are essential or certified. Now you always want to stay a step ahead of your downline, Okay, make sure to do that because you don't want them to outrank you. You never lose your downline, but if they're at the same rank as you until you hit director, once you hit director, you still do get paid on them. But if you're a lead and they're a lead, you're not going to get paid on them. So you always want to be one step ahead of your highest ranked team member, so you get paid on them. Okay, so the next would be star. If you, again, sell your 500 PRV, your team group wholesale volume, there's another question I'm going to answer real fast. Team wholesale volume versus group wholesale volume, okay? Group wholesale volume is everyone in your downline. Team wholesale volume, once you have someone that promotes out of director status, they are not in your team, but they're still in your group. So when we get to director and above, that will make a little more sense. But just so you know. So at star, you have to have 2 active frontline and you're 500, and as a group wholesale volume, you have 2,500 PR or GWV. Okay, again, then you make 25% still on your commissions. You make an additional 4% on your GWV, and then you're going to make 4% on your lead consultants and 2% or 5%, excuse me, no, yeah, 4% on your essential and certified consultants and 2% on your leads. Okay, I know that seems like a small percentage, but it will pay off as you keep recruiting. I know you're thinking, okay, well, I've gotten a few people under me, but I'm not making a ton off my team. Keep at it. That is, remember when I talked about growing wide? The more you get, sure, you're not making a ton on 2% if you only have 2 people or 3 people or 4 people or 5 under you, but it adds up when it continues to grow and grow and grow, and you have hundreds of people under you, or they have people under them, you get paid on theirs, even under the people under them. So keep recruiting, keep growing wide. I promise, promise, promise it will pay off. So like I showed it on the recruiting video, you know, a lot of effort at the beginning with not as much income eventually shifts where you're making more than you actually are working, because that's just how direct sales is. So keep working wide, building wide. Okay, the next after star consultant is superstar consultant. Sell 500, group wholesale volume of 6,000. You have to have at least 3 active consultants. You get 25% off your PRV, 7% off your wholesale volume. And then depending, you'll get 7% off your essential and certifies, 5% off your leads, and 3% off your star consultants. So depending on what your front line is what you're going to get paid. And so say you have a star consultant, so you're going to get paid 3% off of all of her team. Okay. So everyone under them. So if she has 20 people under and they've sold, we'll say 5,000, you're going to get 3% off that. So it's going to start adding up. Okay. And if you have 2, star or several, it starts to add up. Okay. And then director. Okay. Once you hit director, yay, you'll be a director and you'll have your own team now. That's when you kind of break off, and that is your team. So if you're under me directly and you hit team, you will still count as my group wholesale volume. But once you make a director, you're now in your own team wholesale volume. So you won't be in my team wholesale volume, for example. But a director is an awesome thing to reach for. Reach for it. You guys can do it. I know it may seem out of reach, but just keep at it. It doesn't come easy. It is work, but you can do it. Just keep recruiting and growing wide. So to hit director, you got to have 10,000 group wholesale volume, 2,000 in team wholesale volume. Again, if you have a director under you who promoted out, you need to at least have 2,000 just in your team, but maybe you can count theirs as your wholesale volume. Okay. So once you do have directors, you do get under you and you're just a director, you still will get paid on directors. Okay. Just so you know. That's the one where you don't have to stay at least a step ahead, but you always want to stay a step ahead so you keep growing. And as a team, as a director, you have to have at least 3 frontline active. You should have more than that. Definitely always grow wide and keep working on that frontline active list. Okay, again, you get 25% on your PRV, 9% on your wholesale volume. You get 9% on your leads and certifieds, 7% on your leads, or essentials and certified, 7% on your lead, 5% on your stars, 2% on your superstar, and 3% on your directors, okay? And any of your frontline generation directors. Superstar director, how to reach that? You got to have your 500, you got to have 30,000 GWV, at least 6,000 in your team TWV, team wholesale volume. Again, at least 3 active, and you need to have at least 2 frontline generation directors, first generation directors, okay? That's how you promote to star director. Once you hit star directors, you get paid 3% on your directors and 4% on your second generation directors. Okay, superstar director, 500, 80,000 group wholesale volume, 10,000 team wholesale volume, at least 3 active and 4 frontline generation directors. You'll make 25% on your PRV, 9% on your wholesale volume. Again, the 97523, that stays the same as a director, but where it's different as a superstar directors, you do get paid 5% on your third generation directors, okay? So this is big because your team is growing, they're growing, they have directors and they have directors under them, they have directors under them, and you start making 3, 5%, 4%, 5% on all these different generations, you can make good money. When I first signed up for Sensi, I remember looking through this compensation plan, and I looked at Superstar Director, and I said, "No one ever hits that. That's not reachable. No one's ever going to make 80,000. Maybe 1 or 2 people at the top, but I'll never hit that." Okay, I ate my words. Look at me. I'm a Superstar Director, and guess what? I've never sold anything before. I have health issues. I can't even stand or walk long. But I was able to do it. So I know you can. I know you can. It's not easy. It does require work. It requires stepping out of your comfort zone. But I promise, if you keep at it, if you keep working, you too can reach Superstar Director. Okay? Don't look at that level right now. If you're essential or a lead even, don't look at Superstar Director. That's just too overwhelming. What you need to do is just look at the next level. Okay, so that is your homework assignment for, well, you have 2 homework assignments, okay? First one, look at what level you are. I want you to know, find out exactly what you need to do to reach the next level, okay? And set a date when you're gonna do it and really, really reach for it, okay? So if you're a lead consultant, okay, you're like, well, I only have 2 people in my team. It's hard to get that 2,500 because, you know, one of them doesn't do a lot. She's just kind of a hobbyist, the ones that just put 200 in once every 3 months. Keep recruiting. Grow your team. Also, teach your team members to grow. Grow with them, okay? Be a leader. Show them that you can do it and they can do it, okay? So that's how you do it. Say, I'm going to get another new recruit and I'm going to work and help my team that I have to reach this 2,500 to reach star or whatever level you are. I want you to set those goals to reach that next level and tell me what date you are. Please post it on the team or email me whenever. I want to know you're reaching for these goals. I do want to help you. Any of you in my group, okay? I am here to help you. I want you guys to be successful. That is what I'm here for, to help you guys, okay? So look at what's your next level. It's kind of like a mountain. If you wanted to climb a mountain super high, 14,000 feet elevation, I don't know, something high up there. If you look from the bottom up at the very tippy top, it's going to be overwhelming. Just go to the next ledge. Then once you got that, go to the next ledge, then the next ledge. That is what you need to work on. Just work on going up 1 level, okay? You guys can do it. I promise you. Guarantee you can do it. Again, it's not easy. It's work. It's stepping out of your comfort zone, but you can do it. I promise. Okay. Second assignment, contact your downline. Okay. If you don't have downline, work on recruiting some. Okay. And help them. See what level they're at and tell them how to reach their next level. What do they need? That is your 2 assignments. 1, what rank are you reaching for and when are you going to reach it and how? Second is contact your downline. Tell them what level they're at. See if they want to go up to the next level. Maybe they're just hobbyists, and that's fine. Don't spend a lot of time and work on hobbyists because they're just doing here and there. But if they want to grow, if they want your help ever, maybe later they'll want to grow their business, let them know that you're there for them. And those that want to grow it, say, here's the level you're at. that let me show you how to get to the next level and let me help you. Okay, that's how you're going to grow your team even wider too, is by helping them grow. Anyway, so that was the compensation plan. I guess I can take it off stop share. Thank you for joining, and I hope to talk to you. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye, everyone.